Hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. And if you could put your human design type and your astrology information if you want to. And let me make sure that everything is working. Can you hear my sound? Is my sound okay? Okay. There we go. Okay. That's great. There's just a delay here, but it looks like I'm live. Okay. Yeah, so how is everybody feeling? I'm feeling super weird, like really, really weird. And yeah, I feel like I'm in a whole new world. So maybe you're feeling the same way. And if you listen to other astrologers, they're all saying the same thing. Like today is the most intense day of the year, right? The astrology today, it's very, very intense with this full moon in Scorpio and Pluto. The depositor, the ruler of Scorpio, is squaring the sun and the moon. Okay, sound is good. So even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put down your human design type and your astrological information, and this is a way for people to connect with you. Hey, I'm an MG too, or I'm a projector, or I'm a reflector, right? So how we're going to work this today, I'm going to do a little chat about the full moon, and I did a whole other video on that if you want to learn more, like more in depth. And then we'll do a couple, well, one card for each type and what will be supporting you during this time of this deep let go, and then the meditation. Okay. Yeah. Weirded out. Yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, super weird. My sleep has been all over the place, and my heart is open anyway, and I feel like it's being even stretched even more. It's like, can I open my heart anymore? Apparently I can. So I'm just rolling with it. That's all we can do. Yeah, the Scorpios are really going to feel it. Yeah, all the fixed signs are going to feel it, like the Leo, the Scorpios, and the Aquarius. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's get into this. So this is really, I'll just go over this again quickly. So we've got the moon in the 28, right? And that's coming off the spleen right here. And this is what is worth fighting for. What is worth fighting for. And it's not worth fighting for something that's in decay, that's dying. We're all experiencing this with the full moon in Scorpio. In order to enter into the new, we have to let something go, right? We have to let something go. And remember that the tarot that's associated with those first degrees of Scorpio are the Five of Cups, right? So remember the Five of Cups, he's looking down here and all he's seeing is losses in his life. And so he doesn't realize that if he just turned around, he'd see these two cups that the divine is placed, and these are the opportunities. So this is the time to focus on what the new opportunities that are coming into your life, and they're going to have new written all over them. They're going to be fresh. They're going to be uncharted territories. And of course, your fears have to come up, right? And that's part of this work too, with the full moon in Scorpio. So it's really about a deep, deep let go, right? This is about, like, this energy is really supporting you to stop living a lie, basically, and pretending that everything is fine and that everything's great, and like the illusions will start to shatter with this full moon in Scorpio. So it's a deep, deep let go. And what I'm hearing from people is a lot of it has to do with their relationships, right? Their relationships, these relationships that are no longer aligned, right? So that's what I want to focus on, because remember the karmic axis, the nodes of the moon. The south node is Libra and the north node is Aries. Right, so this is to let go of this old self, right? The people pleaser and doing things only for the approval of others, right? Too concerned about other people. And this is Aries. It's like, now it's time to do your soul journey, basically, right? Your soul journey. Aries is to put yourself first, right? So it's about getting into truth. And your emotions are going to show you. And the thing with Scorpio, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, so it likes to get to the bottom of things, right? Gets to the truth. So there's some harsh realities that are going to come to the surface for people, right? So let's look at this. Right, so there's the... So remember that people are this is from my newsletter. Remember that people are making their choices right now, and they're either leveling up, right? Leveling up to align with this new spiritual timeline. This is the Jupiter-Uranus has offered you a timeline, right? This new exciting timeline that your soul is longing for, but it's spiritual in nature. Or there's going to be the people that refuse to change, right? And they're taking a more materialistic timeline, or safe, and they actually think it's safe. And this is not a time for judgment, right? It's not a time on the spiritual path for judgment and judging people that, it's really between that person and their soul in terms of what their contract is, right? Their contract is in this lifetime. And some people are only going to a certain level, and that's it. And then there's others that are moving through this barrier and expanding to greater possibilities. And you know what I realize is that it's not just about the efforts that you made in this lifetime. It's all the efforts that you've made in past lives too, that you've banked, that are coming to fruition now. So you can draw back on all your spiritual efforts that you made in your past lives too. I feel like that's a big part of it too, right? In terms of how the soul evolves and grows, right? So here's some hot tips here. So how will I know if this person, so maybe you don't know, maybe you're still in denial, right? But I'd be surprised if people don't have a clue of who has to go, right? So how will I know if this person is not aligned with my future self? Well, you feel, let me get myself out of here so you can see this better. There we go. Right? So you feel uncomfortable around this person. You feel restless around that person. You can't fully relax and be yourself, right? There's something that's always got you on edge. You're made to feel less than or inferior to that person. You always have to make yourself smaller. You feel like you always have to make yourself smaller than that other person to keep the peace, right? As soon as you step out of your power a little bit, then the what do I want to call it? The backlash, that's the word. Backlash comes at you, right? That creates conflict, creates a lot of conflict and disharmony in your relationship. Right? So these are old, like Libra. This is your old self, right? This is what you had to do in your past. And it's going to go back to your childhood, right? And if you do speak of spiritual matters, they're going to project, you must be crazy. You must be crazy vibe, right? Like what are you on? What drug are you on? That sort of thing. It's not valued by this person, the spiritual journey, right? You don't feel seen or heard by this person. You feel invisible, right, around this person. Like of course they acknowledge you, right, your name and everything, but they're not really seeing you. They don't see your value. They don't see your self-worth, right? So you don't feel seen or heard by that person. And then this is the big one, is you're no longer growing and evolving within that relationship. So the thing that we have to remember during this time, we're letting go of this old tribal consciousness. This is being mutated out of the collective of humanity. Remember, I talk about this in my video. And the tribal consciousness is, if you think of the marriage contract, and that's being completely dismantled now, until death do us part, right? Those are some heavy words, until death do us part. And this is, before Uranus was discovered. Saturn was the farthest planet that we could see. And these planets are a reflection of our consciousness. So it takes 29 and a half years for Saturn to orbit around the sun. So that was our lifespan. So this tribal contract of until death do you part, it wasn't such a big deal, right? But now it's completely different. And so this is why we're seeing so much divorce and so much separation with people now. It's because we're letting go of these old tribal contracts. And the tribal contract was all about keeping you, creating, like bonding through your genetics. You have no control over who you would bond with. It was all dictated by your genetics. About procreating the species, and then keeping these structures going of community and family. And now that's all breaking apart. And this is part of our evolutionary process, right? So this is what we're coming up against when we're doing this. Like, well, I can't do that. This is the tribal shame, right? Control and shame. That's what the tribe uses. I can't possibly do that, right? I'll be a bad person if I leave my marriage or if I leave this partnership, right? I'll be judged and I'll be shamed. You just don't do that. And what you're coming up against is your conditioning, right? That you've inherited from your ancestors. So this is why human design is so important, because human design gives you a strategy, right? It gives you a strategy to make your decisions. So you're not coming from that not self, right? The not self is all your conditioning that you received. It's not you. It's not who you really are. So you go through to your strategy. So for instance, if you're an MG or a G, right? A manifesting generator, then you've got your sacral, right? And do you think that sacral cares about what other people think of it? No. Do you think that sacral cares about the judgment that you'll receive by other people? No, it doesn't care about any of that stuff. Your sacral only cares about you having your unique experience that you've come down to planet Earth to have, right? So this is why a lot of people are really afraid of human design, to like really live it, not have it like this nice mental noise in their head and a conversation piece. When they're actually doing it, they're the embodiment of this technology, I want to call it, right? Human design is then they don't know where that sacral is going to take them, right? And then they have to deal with those tribal people that are, projecting on them basically, and all they're projecting is like, how dare you be yourself and be free in this lifetime? That's just the resistance, right? But where it's taking you is this wild adventure that maybe you're having for the first time in all your lifetimes. Maybe this is the first time you're your authentic self in all of your lifetimes. Like, you're free to do that in this lifetime. This is a gift. I really feel like this is a gift from the future, right? It's this human design system. So this is what we need to go to. You don't go to your head and I should and I shouldn't do that. That's all conditioning. If you go to should and shouldn't, or you're going back and forth, that's duality. It's like my generator, sacral, is telling me to go, right? My manifesting generator, sacral, is telling me it's time to go and be my authentic self, right? And then deal with in strength, and it will make you stronger and stronger, because what you're doing when you're listening to your authority, your strategy, is you're going to become more and more, you're going to be shedding this not self, right? They say it takes 7 years to completely decondition. I think it will probably take faster than that now, right? So you're shedding all of this not self, the not you, and then you become stronger and stronger within your own individual self. And then the tribal stuff doesn't touch you, right? That's old, like you smell the mothballs all over that. That tribal conscience is nonsense, right? So this is what we're going to work on today, is to let this go. And just to know that your sacral, if you're MGG, is guiding you to exactly the experiences, exactly to the people you're supposed to meet. Everything is all lined up for you. It's just about this letting go of this old self. Because remember, with this not self, that's the ego. That's your conditioned self, not you. This not self is bonded to other not selves. So as soon as you let go of this, your own not self, then there's no glue it won't hold you together anymore. Because you're not your not self, and that other person's continuing the not self journey. There's not going to be a glue, right? There's nothing there to keep you together, right? And then you're on to your next adventure, right? Something completely new for you. Okay. I had a thought. It just disappeared. Okay, so just a reminder that the level 2 online retreat, doesn't matter if you did the first one or not. This is not math. This is all, I know what I wanted to say. So this retreat will teach you, according to human design, how you are correctly supposed to bond with other people, where you're uniquely how you're uniquely to bond to other people, creatively, emotionally, and sexually as well. And so what happens is we don't enter correctly into relationship. And as soon as our not self, two not selves come together, what comes after that is drama, conflict, disharmony. And that's what we're seeing on the planet. Our relationships are not supposed to be that way. So this teaches you your unique way according to your chart. And it's different for each person. It's not about type. This goes deeper into the chart, right? How you enter into relationship. And then you're entering correctly as yourself. And then this is the great adventure, right? This is the new spiritual path, is our relationships. They're going to be huge 2027 and onward. So really consider this. And there's lots of benefits. And I've listed it all on my website. I'm going to do a little video this week, and I'll get that up too, to describe more about what this is about. Okay, so it's a deep dive for you to really let go. We're going to be doing a lot of letting go too, working with the father wound, because I like to work with dynamics from the childhood too, but then also you have all this information that you own, right, that you own. Okay, so consider that, especially if you're generator, manifesting generator, right? Projector, right? Yeah. Okay. So let me just check the comments. I'm already feeling better. I just decided to do this live stream kind of on the fly yesterday. Yeah. So Linda says, let's see if I can do this. Put Linda. Okay. Yay. So Linda says she's been doing the Kirtan Kriya, one of my favorites, and it's been releasing and shedding very fast. Yeah. So we're being supported in release and shed. Okay. Let me see here. I'll just go through this quickly. Oh, I'm feeling the love. Totally feeling the love for everybody. Rough day. Tara, yeah, feeling so much weirded out. Okay. Yeah, I've been kind of busy packing together, so I think maybe too busy to feel weird. Yeah. This is the day to really up the self-care. If you think you're good at self-care, you want to up it even more today. You know, water is really healing right now, and fluids, drinking more water than you think that you need. Yeah, some things that you can think of. Epsom salt baths really help me too. Exhausted, yeah. Trouble sleeping. I feel like I'm shedding my snake skin, yeah. Okay, and be careful out there too, because it is an intense day. Right? And people are going to be freaking out, right? This is about really, like I said in that meme, getting a spiritual plunger out and really going deep in the shadow, and the shadows have to come up, right? This is the not self. This is the not self. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Alex says pure generator F1. 5-1. A fox, a dead rat, and a marten outside. Yeah. Lots of information comes to me too through animals. So watch what's around you, right? So a dead rat, right? Something's dying, right? Something's dying. And foxes are really clever, right? They're really, really clever and ingenious. Oh, it's Felix. Okay. So no, Felix. Okay. Yeah. Do you see how the universe is communicating to us through numbers and through images? And yeah, it all has deep meaning. Okay. Okay. This is really all you said months ago to us. Yeah. I've had people that I talked to this about in 2000, because I've been holding this knowledge for a long time, right? Back in 2016, and they're like, yeah, whatever, Michael. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was kind of telling them what's coming. And then I got the emails like, right, 2020. Oh my God, everything you said is coming true. I never thought it would be like this. And it's like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, please like the video. Thank you, Enoch, for reminding people of that. Okay. Also, just a heads up, I'm thinking of when I do meditations. I don't want to commit right now. I want to just meditate on it. I like doing meditations, special occasions, like today, is to put them on Rumble, because if I use music on YouTube, they're going to put a big fat annoying ad in the middle of it, and I have no control over it. But if I use music, I can do that on Rumble and it won't be affected. So today I can't use music. And if you've never experienced Kundalini Yoga meditation, it's like it really amps up the energy when you're able to use music. Lots of dead animals. Okay, yeah. So Heather says that I've seen many dead animals today on the side of the road. I took a different route to and from work today. So this is showing us, right? Things are dying in our life, right? We're shedding. It's shedding. But remember, all the shedding that's happening, all the losses, they're good. They're for good, right? So we have to go through this process of letting go so that we can really embrace the new. And this meditation will really help, like go right to the energetic level for a deep let go. Okay. So let's do a card. So I wanted, I think I did this last time, is, yeah, where I want this one here, actually. Human design. Right? So remember, this is where you want to be jumping through. That 5125, right? This is the channel of initiation. This is you moving through the portal. Moving to a place of self-love. It doesn't matter what people think of me if I do this. It doesn't matter if they judge me, they don't approve of me, if I'm ostracized from the community, whatever it is. I don't care. All I care about is my self-love, right? We've got to stop worrying about what other people think of us, right? That holds back so many people. The crowd is not a safe place for you anymore. If you find yourself running with some crowd, you've got to stop and take a minute. And it's like, why am I with this crowd, right? Why? What's the motivation? You're not safe here at all. You're safer if you're on your own. And then you're on your own, and then you'll meet the other people, your soul allies along the way, along the path, right? This crowd that's choosing the material route, they're not your people. They're not your people. If you're watching this channel, they're not your people. That's the other thing with the online retreat. You get to meet the wild and crazy people that are on your fractal, right? I attract really weird, unique people, right? Like one-offs. So you'll meet them there too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a card for each type, and these are just the major arcana, so what's supporting you in this letting go, and then we'll do the meditation. So stick around for the meditation. Oh, everybody's getting the animal messages, eh? Yeah. I notice in my life, like the times that we're just about to go through a huge transformational process, that I'd see dead birds and stuff everywhere, right? And dead animals everywhere. And it was just the universe saying that's something shedding, right? You're about to move forward, like big time. It's a warning. We're always given the heads up before we get the change. If it's a big shock, then you're not paying attention in your life. Where I find that I always get the heads up of what's coming, like preparing me. Okay, so let's put who's first. Okay. Let's do the overlay. The other thing that's been really hard too for me is this Mercury retrograde. It's never affected me ever before. And it's just been one thing after another. So that's been a tough too. We've been going through some tough transits as a collective. Okay, so let's start off with the generators. So remember that you can always get your free chart. I always put the link in the information box. And so this is 70% of the world population. That includes manifesting generators and generators. There. Okay. And they're sacral. This is the nine-centered being. This is the new being. Right? This is beyond the seven, the Brahmin, Hindu Brahmin chakra system. This is like an evolution of this. This is what we work with in human design. And this is your sacral. This is your generative energy. It generates, it's your life force energy, and you want to be using this correctly, right? So this is your sage, your inner sage. This is your BFF during this time. This is what you can count on, right? You can't count on your best friend. You can't count on your mother or your father or the therapist or the other healer to tell you what to do. This is what you have to go to, right? Even me, don't believe me. Go to your sacral, right? Is it saying yes or no? And that's what you obey. And then you trust that it's taking you to where you're supposed to be going and moving towards in your life, right? Okay. So I want to so this is about letting go and purging your old self. Maybe you're a single generator, but you're purging like your old self, and what energy was going to help you for this full moon in Scorpio. Right? Something's being illuminated with a full moon in Scorpio for you. Okay. What do we have for our generator friends? What can help with our generator friends? Okay, 2 came out. So we'll do that. And it's second here. Okay. So it's the star right there, the star. And then the hermit card. So it's interesting these two came out together because do you see the light for the hermit? So this is about going inside and being a light onto yourself. So finding your answers inside here. But there's a light in the lantern. Well, that light is really this. That's that star. So the star gets manifested. It gets stronger and brighter. And the star is like after the tower moment. So maybe with the full moon, maybe you've already had your shock. Remember, the full moon is 3 days. It can start, we were feeling it, right? 3 days before today and then 3 days after, right? After. Yeah, you can see the star. I hope you can see that little shape. So that's the star, and then the star comes and manifests on the external. So this is about following your own star, right? Following your own light. In human design language, I would say you're following your own sacral. You're following your own sacral. So you're going deep within. You're not being influenced by other people, right? Other outside influences. You're really trusting yourself. This is the test, right? With this 51. 5125, the channel of initiation. 51 is like, I believe in myself, right? This is about believe. I believe in that I have what it takes to make this leap, right? I don't need anybody else to make this leap. And often this is how it works. There's no safety net. When we go through great change, there's no guarantees. You don't know what's on the other side. You just have to have trust and faith. It's our test. It's our test on the spiritual journey. Do you really have trust and faith? Okay, you're saying that you've got trust and faith to everybody, but when it comes to when the rubber meets the road, are you going to be able to walk it? Are you going to be able to really make that leap in the physical world? And that's where you get tested, right? So this is what this is saying. It's saying to go to your own personal truth, right? Go to your own personal truth and contemplate today, right? That's going to really, really help you. And it's also about developing a spiritual discipline. This is like a sadhana card here too. So maybe ask yourself that question: what spiritual practices can I bring in, right, for this next leg of the journey where I can really tap into my inner wisdom? Like, what can I do? What do I do? What can I do to tap more and more into my own inner wisdom? You know, this goes beyond listening to your sacral, right? So listen to the sacral, yes, but also tap into your own inner wisdom, because this, you know, the 28 is about soul purpose. It's about your soul purpose, the 28. And so this is going deeper within, like what wants to be expressed through you. Each one of us is a conduit for that expression of the Aquarian age. And it's like, what's my expression? What's my unique expression of this new consciousness? Right? And then this is your contribution to be made, because we can't be so outer referenced anymore. We can't be looking, well, where do I fit in to this system? It's like the system's going. It's the Titanic. It's about, what am I creating? What am I contributing? It's going to be something new and fresh, right? And it's going to give you so much joy because it's connected to your soul purpose, right? So this is saying to retreat. If you haven't already, just go on a little retreat for a day, a couple days. Turn off all your social media and your phone and your apps, and just tell people, I'm just going within, right, to find my answers. Yeah. And this is about connecting to your own inner self. And then this is saying to have faith, right? The star card is about having faith. It's about hope. It's about wishes coming true for you with that Jupiter and Uranus. Yeah, and what has the divine offered you in terms of opportunities right now? So this is what this full moon is saying, is like to go within for your answers, and then to have hope and faith. And it's a healing card too, right? The star card. It's very, very healing. Yeah. Very positive, and it's Aquarius, so this is the new Aquarian energy for the generators. Okay, because the generators want to feel fulfilled and satisfied. They don't want to feel frustrated, right? If you're frustrated in your life right now, especially in terms of your relationships, then you're not self. If you're frustrated or depressed, you're on edge about everything, you're not self. It's not who you truly are. Right? So it's time to go within and make a course correction for you. And you've got your sacral to help you, right, navigate through this. Okay, so that's the generators. And we want those generators doing what they love to do. They're here to love what they do. They're here to love their work. Yeah. Okay. So let's go for the MGs, the manifesting generators. So out of the 70% of the generator family, the MGs are half, right? So they're 35%, the manifesting generators. So same strategy, MGs, right? So what am I doing if you're watching the replay here? is I'm picking a major arcana card for the manifesting generators and what's supporting you for this full moon in Scorpio, right? And as soon as you see that, this is not about making additions to your life. The full moon in Scorpio, this is about letting something go, right? Could be like an ingrained belief system, right? And it's going to be related to your relationships because of this karmic axis of letting go of the Libra, people pleasing, doing things for people's judgment, living someone else's life, basically, not your own, right? So what will help you in this purging? It's a purging that needs to take place for the MGs. Okay. So I'm picking from the major arcana. Go for the big energy. So what do we need for our manifesting generator friends? What do they need to know? What will help them? What will help them this full moon in Scorpio? What's going to help them in this full moon in Scorpio energy? Okay. There we go. Do we have another card for the MGs? I'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see here. The MGs got the Devil card. So that's the only one. It's a Devil card. Okay. So, in terms of relationships, because this is what we're focusing on for this video, is your attachments. Your attachments have to be in the right place. So stick around for the meditation, right? Or if you're watching the replay, then watch this and then click on the meditation, because the meditation's about this. So these are unhealthy attachments, right? They're unhealthy attachments that you have to let go of. That's the Devil energy. It's about facing your fears, right? Facing your deepest fears when it comes to relationships. So if we look at, like, maybe you've got a belief, right? Maybe this is a belief, a conditioned belief that you've inherited from your ancestors. You can't take this stuff personally, MG. So the belief could be, I can't survive on my own. I think a lot of us have this one. I can't survive on my own. I need another person to take care of me, right? To take care of my material needs. I need somebody that's paying all the bills, right? I can't survive on my own. I can't do it on my own, right? And the Devil card is the ego. Out of all the cards that represents the ego, the Devil card, right? The ego. This is the ego's telling you this. It's not true. It's not true. Anything that's self-limiting for you, making you, like, go back to here, right? So a person in your life's probably playing the part of this ego, made to feel less than or inferior to another person. Can't relax, right? Don't you feel like you're good enough? You talk about spiritual matters, which is the reality. That's like the true reality. We live in an upside down world. You're getting the crazy vibe thrown back at you. Don't feel heard or seen by that person. And there you have the ego whispering in your ear. Well, you need this person to survive. You can't survive on your own. You're not good enough, right? So these are like a pack of lies that I feel the MGs are listening to, right? And it's not true. It's not true. So, okay. So this is like a good time during this full moon in Scorpio is to look at what your limiting beliefs are around relationships. What are my limiting beliefs around relationships? Like, to really dig them out. Really dig them out. Because, they're a chain. You can see this couple here. They're chained together, right? It's all ego. It's all ego-based. This is a not self relationship that has to go. And maybe it's so karmic, you know, because if we go back to the GMT chart, this is the collective. This is in the 12th house. This is karmic relationships that are coming to an end with this full moon. Maybe you've been in this karmic relationship lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And suddenly you're getting this gift of the full moon in Scorpio to finally let go. Finally let this go. Finally let this dynamic go. And then you can embrace healthy, right? Healthy relationships that are correct for you. So this is codependency, right? The devil card, codependency. It's power imbalance, all those things, right, that I talked about here, right? Power imbalance is to let all that go. So it's really easy for the MGs. All you have to do is listen to that sacral, your BFF, right? The yes or the no, the pulled in or the repulsion. It's gonna let you know clearly what to do, and this is what you need to obey and trust and have faith in, is this gift, right? That's inside you. And you don't listen to your mind, you don't listen to outside influences, you just listen to that sacral, and that will take you out of this, right? Out of these chains, right? Out of this dynamic that's probably followed you lifetime after lifetime, the devil card. And it's also the shadow, right? Because there can also be dynamics, you know, from our past lives. It's like that person has to pay. This is like really, really deep, you know, like wanting revenge or something on that person. Like having a past life memory. Maybe they killed you or something in your past life, right? And you have this deep, like, I need to get revenge on this person. It goes really, really, you're not even conscious of it, but it's the glue. This is right, really unhealthy glue that's keeping you with in this relationship. So that's what I would look at, MGs. Yeah, is to really let Pluto and Scorpio get the plunger out and just get all that shadowy stuff out of you and to really let go. Yeah. Okay. Anything else for the MGs? So you want to feel satisfied in your relationship. You want full fulfillment in your relationship. And if you're feeling frustrated in your relationship, like that person isn't changing, they're stubborn, right? Whatever it is, and I'm feeling frustrated, that's a big sign that you're not self and that this person is never changing. That's what the full moon is saying. This person will never change. And so this means that you have to let this not self go within you. That not self that wants to fix, maybe like fix that other person. I'm going to change that other person. It's like, no, yeah. Anyway, you're energetically supported, MGs, to bust a move, right? To really bust a move and break out of this pattern. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and this can work with, you know, a boss or something like that. So you'll know what it is. Like, just tune into yourself. Your sacral will let you know. Okay. So let's go for projector. Projector here. And this is 20% of the world. So if you're watching the replay projectors, this is about the full moon. So I'm picking a major arcana card for the projectors. And it has to do with your relationships, projectors. What you're purging, that's the focus of this video in the meditation. Okay, so what do our projector friends need to know? What's going to help? And I'm just choosing from the major arcana. Oh, that one just popped and jumped out. Okay, so let's see here. Let's just want to make sure that I got the right. There we go. So you got the Judgment card right there, the Judgment card. So this is like the soul purpose card, right? So you can see the angels coming down with the horn, and then all these little beings are being resurrected. They're being resurrected. They're coming up from the dead, basically, right? And it's the call. You're getting the call, projector. It's time to come out of the shadows. It's time to come up and really step into your greatness, because the projectors are the new leaders on the planet. 20% of the world. And we're the new types, right? I'm a projector too. So we're the new types on the block. The manifestors, the MGs, the Gs, they've all been around forever. We came on the scene in 1781, right? With the discovery of Uranus, the projectors. So it's never really felt like our world, right? But it's going to start to very, very quickly, especially with 2027 onward. So we're very Uranian already, projectors. So that means like Uranus is orbits on its axis sideways, right? It's unusual, right? Projectors are unusual. So this is rebirth. It's time of a rebirth with full moon in Scorpio. It's about your soul purpose. Is about going through a huge transformation, right? And so you've got to look at what's calling you now. What's calling you now? And what burdens are you carrying from the past that have to do with your relationships? Your relationships, right? What hurts? Hurts are there, right? And resentments and betrayal, right? That's another Scorpion word, right? Hurts and betrayal that you've experienced in the past. Well, it's saying to really bring your focus to your soul purpose, away from your relationship past into your soul purpose. That's what this energy is saying for you. And the other thing that projectors need to know, because we're a non-energy type, that means that sacral right there, that center is not colored in. That's what makes you a projector. So you're called a non-energy type. But then you've got the thing with the new leadership model with the projectors is that we need the other type, especially the manifesting generators and the generators. This is like the most sacred relationship right here, projector and the MGs and the Gs right here. And they need one another, right? So the MG and the generators, they've got all the energy in their sacral. They've got a consistent life force energy. Projectors, no. I mean, it's not like we're rag dolls and sitting on the couch and we've got no energy, but we don't have the energy level that the MGs and the Gs have. So the MGs and the Gs, they have to invite you. They've got to recognize you and then invite you. And what they do is they're investing in you. They invest their energy in you. And then you're like, okay, I can guide. Now I can guide. That's your word. I guide. I guide the other types. I show them where they're wasting their energy. I show them who they are, right? They recognize you, but you also recognize them back, right? That's your gift as a projector, is you're able to see other people, right? Because you've got the focused and absorbing aura. You've got the laser beam aura, and it goes straight into the G center of the other type. It goes straight in there. And this is like you're able to see their essence, right? Who they really are, right? Why did I go there? It's just to not get messy. That's what I'm saying. It's not to get messy with this, because it's South Node Libra, like codependency. Well, I need this person. I need this person. Maybe that's in your life right now. Oh, I need this person because of this energy source, basically. And the invitation has been withdrawn, because there's an invite, but then it also can be withdrawn by the other type, right? That's correct. And when that happens, then it allows you to be invited by the next one, right? And the next one, basically. So keep aware of that, and look at what new epiphanies are coming through for you. Maybe some new skills are starting to show up for you, right? And I guess the main message in terms of relationships is stick with the ones that value you. Stick to the ones that see you and they get you. You don't need to explain yourself over and over and over again. That's a big sign they're not for you, right? Like, who is valuing me, who's recognizing me, who's inviting me. Those are the ones that you want in your life. And to let go of the past hurts, right? Being burned in the past, like, let all that go and just trust what's coming to you, because it's been divinely planned for you, right? This invitation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Everybody's raving about Kirtan Kriya. The thing that Kundalini Yoga is great. It's great. And I love that everybody's kind of into the human design and the astrology and the Kundalini Yoga and meditation. But it's said that of all, because there's tons and tons of teachings with Kundalini Yoga, and it's said that if we lost all of it, like there's hundreds of kriyas and meditations, and all the teachings too. If we lost it all and we only had Kirtan Kriya, we would get through into the Aquarian age. It has that much power. And I believe I have that one on my YouTube channel too, if you just search Kirtan Kriya. Okay. So this is about you're approaching a really significant moment, projector, in your life. Yeah, and to go with it. Don't let the past hurts stop you. Okay. Is that it for the projectors? Yeah. Okay. So let's go for the manifestors right there. So manifestors are 9% of the world. They've got the closed and repelling aura. And so I'm going to choose a card from the Major Arcana manifestors. Okay. To help, what energy you can use to help you go through this. It's a major letting go, a purging for this full moon. Okay, what do we got for the manifestors? What do we got for the manifestors? What's going to help our manifestor friends? The manifestors are hiding today. If you're a manifestor, pipe up. Okay, I'll take that. So 2. They didn't jump, but they flipped while I was shuffling. So you got the Fool card and the Death card. You got the Alpha and the Omega. Like the beginning and the end. Let's see. Yeah. So the Death card makes sense because it's it's the full moon in Scorpio. So it's about letting go. So there's the Fool. And there's the Death. Right? The Death card. So death, of course, doesn't mean literal death, right? It means that you're going through a huge transformation. This is about an ending. So some kind of ending. So it could be like the actual relationship leaving, right? But it also could be like a relationship dynamic leaving. I'm getting that sense for the manifestors. Like an old relationship dynamic. Right? Where you're not being a manifestor. You're not claiming your power as a manifestor. Maybe this is an old relationship dynamic. And remember, the manifestors are as children, they're the most controlled. Remember the leashes they used to put on kids back in the day? They used to do that, put a leash on a kid. Well, all those kids were manifestors probably, right? So because they're uncontrollable in a sense for the parents. They just want to do their own thing. All they want is freedom. Well, there's a memory. There can be a cellular memory there of like, well, I can't do that because then I'll be controlled, right? I'll be controlled. So to me, it's like let go of whatever's ending in your life. And what do you need to let go of? Like ask yourself that, like, what do I need to let go of in my life right now? Could be a relationship dynamic, could be a belief system that you have to let go of, right? It could be a belief system like my initiation will always be rejected, right? Nobody's going to want to listen to me. This is all the nonsense. This is the not self-talk. This is the ego talk. So something is going today and the next couple of days as well, right? So it may be in a form, it may be symbolic in an outside form, or it may be something deep, deep within you that's going. And then you're about to embark on a new. So you got to go through the death process before you can embark on the new. You can't bring this old baggage with the new, right? He's the fool. Look, he's just got his little kerchief filled. He's traveling light. You want to be the light, right? You want to travel light, be the light, and spread the light. That's the fool, right? So you're about to embark on a whole new journey. That's what I see there. Yeah. So maybe stop caring about what other people think. Like start there. And you're a manifestor. That's natural for you to do. But your not self won't want to do that, right? So this is about claiming your power and starting the journey, listening to the divine inspiration. Who's it going to affect? That's your next question. I've got this awesome idea that's coming to me. Who's it going to affect? That's your next idea. Who will it impact? Your next question you ask yourself, and then you inform to those people. And then you begin right there. So remember that we're waiting for the manifestors to start initiating, right? And so once you do that and you're living your correct strategy, then the generators start responding, right? Everything starts coming together for you. So you don't want to hold back the process, right? So just today, it's like a deep, deep let go. That's what I see there. And then they're at peace. Right? And that's what they're craving. They want to be at peace. Okay. So let's go to the reflector. Okay, to finish it off. And this is the wrap up for the other types too. So reflectors, I'm picking from the Major Arcana card, and this is all about letting go. A deep, deep purge for the full moon today. And you're really going to feel it as a reflector. But the great thing about you is you don't fully absorb it in, you know what I mean? Like you got the sampling aura, so you can sample it. But you can see around you how it's affecting people. Okay. Okay. 2 cards. I think you got this card before too. It's the Empress card. The Empress card, and then the Chariot card. Chariot is the fastest moving energy in the deck. And so movement is ahead of you. Movement is ahead for you. But it's also saying to, you got to love yourself up, right? The Empress is all about love. This is all about loving yourself up. It's the divine feminine. It's the divine feminine as a reflector. It's self-love. It's creative. It's abundant. It's magnetic, right? The Empress just sits there and everything comes to her, right? Everything comes to you as a reflector. So the questions on the table for this full moon is, where am I not loving myself? Where am I not being kind to myself? Where am I not being compassionate to myself? Right? Where am I not being creative in my life. Well, that's what needs to be let go of. And it's going to involve a relationship, these karmic relationships, right? Where do I feel not loved, right? Who judges me if I start to love myself up? Who gets triggered when I start loving myself up, right? And taking care of myself. These are the people you want to cut loose. They're not for you. This is a time of letting go of these old relationships that they're not going on the journey with you, right? They're not going on the journey whatsoever with you. So it's also a message too, maybe to get out in nature today with the Empress, because she's connected to Venus. Venus right there. She's in a natural setting. So it might be good for you to go, be by a body of water too, right? To really, really listen closely about what I need to let go of. Yeah. And then it's time to take action with the Chariot. Then it will be time to take action. But I got clear on this first about loving yourself. Get into that state, that vibration of self-love. And then you move from that place, right? So this is about taking action, moving, changing. It's about making decisions. It's about finally making the decision. And you're making it from a place of self-love, right? You're making that decision from a place of self-love, not fear, right? It's like I want that person out of my life, not because I fear or I hate that person. It's because I love myself more. I love myself more than this old self that believes that she's not worthy, right? That believes that she's got to stick with this person, So you want to go into love and self-love. That's the energy. And then you're moving on, right? You're moving on. Yeah. Okay. So it's decision time for this full moon. Okay. So that's what I have for the cards, and hopefully my prayer is that that's helped people. Give you a little bit. Okay. So yeah, everybody's tired for sure. Lots of people are tired. Or it's the up and down, which is highly energized one moment and then exhausted the next. Okay. So we're ready for the meditation, and so we're going to practice the Kundalini Yoga meditation. So this is a meditation to clear the arc line. Okay, so in yogic teachings, we actually have 10 bodies. So we have 9 bodies beyond even our physical body. So the arc line is the halo. It's a ribbon of light that goes from one ear to the other. You see that in paintings, ancient paintings. I believe at one time we were able to see the arc line of others. You'll have a sense, too, of someone's arc line. It gives them power, gives them that power of projection. Okay, so we've got that one. And then women have a second one. And it goes from nipple to nipple. That's the second one. Right? So women have that. And this is why, in terms of relationships, where women generally, and I'm talking, these are teachings that were not shared with us. These are ancient teachings about the feminine and the masculine and how they work energetically. So this has nothing to do with politics whatsoever. This is just like spiritual things that we need to know. So this is why when a woman is intimate, right, that she holds on, it's a lot more challenging for her to let go because she's holding the man in this arc line here. So it's like for bonding. It's actually has to do with children, right? So the bond with the child, the arc line. And then, so this is why it's so messed up. If women want to be polyamorous, and it can really, really mess up their psyche because they're not built to just, I just have a one night stand and then I just let go. No, you'll hold that like a month or more. And then the male just has this arc line, like you have both, but the male has that and can let go of that energy from the woman a lot easier. Okay, so what happens if you enter into relationship, right, yogically speaking, and you're bringing all that energy from your past relationships into the new one? It can be quite confusing for the woman, and then she's not in her power. So this is connected to the cords, the energetic cords that I referred to with cutting the cords meditation for this full moon. These are the cords, these invisible energy lines that run from one person to the next, right? This is how they get attached. They get attached. So we're going to be letting this go with this meditation so that you can be fully in your power. You know, you're deep letting go of these past relationships, and then you can really enter in the new one. And there will be new ones, right? Because this is our new school is relationships, especially 2027 and on, that you'll be in your power, right? Remember that energetically, women are 18 times stronger than men. Energetically are 18 times stronger than men. But this means, too, on the flip side, they're 18 times more neurotic than men, too. So women have to really claim that power. They have immense power on this planet, and it's been suppressed, right? And it's returning now. It's returning now for this new age. Okay, so this clears the karmic buildup from your arc lines, both arc lines, and men and women can practice this. Men are going to benefit too. It's clearing the both arc lines. Okay, with this technology. Okay. I'm just tuning in if there's anything else that needs to be said about that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the mudra is, you're gonna put my chair up here. Okay, so your shoulders are down and relaxed. And then you've got your hands like this, just cupped, like just make a little cup. And then what you're going to do is you're going to, like this. So you're taking the energy and you're flipping it. Do you see I'm doing a little flip? Flipping it. Right? And then back down. So you can imagine like you're taking holy water, right, and cleansing that arc line in both arc lines with this beautiful, holy, divine energy, and then you're flipping it like that. So every time we're going to be chanting Waheguru, Waheguru. So every time you chant Waheguru, you're doing this flip. So it's Waheguru, Waheguru. Okay? But let's tune in first. You always want to tune in with Kundalini Yoga meditation. So this is the Adi mantra. It's Om Namo Gurudev Namo, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And if you don't know the words, that's okay. I'll tune in for you. And but your intention is a longing to be with your soul, a longing to be with your soul for this. Okay, and you want to be setting your intention to let go of these past relationships that are trapped, and you'll know because you're thinking about them, or they're coming to you in your dreams, like things like that. They're visiting you in your dreams. You'll know there's a cord. It means there's a cord there. You feel guilty and shame and things like that. That's all connected to these energy cords that are they're on you, still attached to you. Okay, so let's sit up straight in your chair, and then bring your palms together and rub them, and bring your hands into prayer pose at your heart center, and just feel your feet on the ground. You want to bring all your energy into this present now moment. Shoulders are down and relaxed, relaxing your temples, gathering all your energy, all your power into this present now moment, and setting a strong intention to let go. And if you don't know who to let go of, it's just like, I'm going to let go of anything that's negative, that's not aligned with me. into my future self. I trust the divine to remove those attachments. And inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale to the base of the spine. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Press your palms together and bring your focus to your third eye, the point between your brows, and channel the energy up. And exhale, relax your hands down. And let me just get my timer out. Okay. And I may pick it up though. Okay, so everybody's ready? So you're going to follow along with me and you're chanting Waheguru. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So inhale to begin. And exhale. Waheguru. 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 Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath, and exhale, and just relax your hands down for a moment. So shoulders are down and relaxed. And just be with yourself for a moment. And still feeling the vibration of Waheguru, the experience of being merged with the divine that brings ecstasy and non-duality. So now in your power, surrender into your power now. Just call it forth, your inner being. I call upon my power. And then from your navel, repeat after me. I sever all spiritual cords that connect us. I sever all spiritual cords that connect me to a not self. And I release this not self from this bondage to the other. I release this not self from the bondage to another. And let the energetic slate be clean. Let the energetic slate be clean now. And I now recover all the energy that was lost to me. I now recover all the energy that was lost to me. My aura is clean of negative, energetic attachments. My aura is clean of negative, energetic attachments. My energy, my strength, and power return to me. My energy, strength, and power return to me. My aura now protects me from all negative attachments. My aura now protects me from all negative attachments. So now it's the time to go say goodbye. So bring that person or people into your awareness. Right? And have gratitude for walking the path together and everything that you've learned together. But now it's time for you to move on a different path, a different timeline, because your soul purpose is more important to you in this lifetime, that you're choosing yourself in this lifetime. So imagine wishing that person well on their journey without you. And see that person's soul happy that you're evolving and growing and that you've chosen yourself in this lifetime. And see them happy on their journey without you. All right, so letting go of any anger, resentment, any of that stuff, just give it to the divine. And feel free to be yourself. And inhale deeply. And exhale. And slowly bring your palms together and rub them. So we'll close with a long Sat Nam. Sat Nam means truth is my identity. Sat Nam. But let's, as a group, send a prayer out to everyone that's listening right now and everyone that will listen to into the future on the replay. Just sending well wishes to everybody in their energy, that they too can walk their path of authenticity for the first time in all their lifetimes. Wishing them the best. And then you receive those blessings and gifts. So imagine opening up the back of your heart chakra and receiving. And then let's send this energy to our friends and family and community and loved ones that are going through a hard time right now. Helping them to let go too. And then as a group, let's send this out to the collective on the planet. And then feel the gratitude of the collective, that energy rippling back to you, and receive that. And inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale to the base of the spine. Exhale. And inhale to close with one lung. Satnam. Satnam, everyone. So enjoy this full moon and take advantage of this energy and keep letting go and purging and loving yourself and loving everybody that's been on your journey so far. And so that you're prepared for this new timeline that's coming. Okay? So I'll see you next video. Okay, Satnam Aloha, everybody.